Hi guys, hello good people. It's time for yet another interesting conversation on Truth Hurts. Truth hurts but must be spoken. And once again, we're here to talk about those truths that sometimes we are uncomfortable about. But we have to talk about them so that we can have better life experiences. I'm never alone. I have two wonderful gentlemen with me on your favorite podcast. Hello Jude and welcome.
Yeah, what's up? What's up?
What's popping?
What's up?
You good?
I look okay. I don't know if I look okay.
The harvest is sure, my brother.
You see, I know.
More guts, more glory.
Yeah, I know.
Man of God.
Oma Mohammed.
Man of God.
Oma Mohammed. No, but I'm okay. I'm fine. I am sure of my harvest. So
Good. Hello, Biggie. Looking good as always.
It's a wonderful day, wonderful moment with two people who argue, quarrel, but we
That's
learn.
our job.
And like I always say, we learn, we share, we grow.
we go.
Yes. And that's Truth Hurt Podcast for you. With that said, today we are going to talk about financial indiscrepancies or balance in a relationship, in a marriage more specifically. And we are going to be drawing our inspiration from this story, a very interesting detail on the internet. You know, we always go digging for those things that we know are happening to you that sometimes you're not comfortable talking about, but this is your safe space. This is where you can talk about anything. So guys, are we ready to hear this juicy story?
All eyes on me.
Are they very ready?
So it goes thus. My wife just got a job after 3 years and the salary is way higher than mine, and it even comes with an official car while I don't have a car. I want to tell her not to accept the job because I can't allow my wife to have money more than me. Is it right? Is that question at the end? Is it right? Since it's not me, it's a man, a fellow man that is asking the question. Let me now throw the ball. And like me and Jude always say, people who are married, now they know the palaver pass some of we. So before we will be unmarried, or they still train for enter, or hear from people who are married.
Not
He
trap.
is.
I for really like to hear with your married people will talk before I talk.
No, we're not getting for talk.
Okay.
We'll never marry now.
No be now the function. Now the function.
Who the function? Child of God like me. I better no mix me.
Una the function.
I don't know what to talk about.
Except for the one time where I be almost married before thing they happen.
The man of God.
No.
We'll see una for radio station. Now continue so.
So his wife has just gotten a job after 3 years of clearly not having a job, and now her salary is way higher than his, and it even comes with an official car. And he is saying he is planning to tell his wife not to take the job. Madam, don't take the job. And he's asking, is he right to do so?
He's complex. Let's not beat around the bush. He's complex. Again, I don't know how we try to define marriage, but when the Bible, if you go biblical, they say the two shall become one. It's understandable that the man is supposed to fend for the family, and the man has a job if we are going in context.
Yes, he has a job.
Now, the man, no matter how hardworking he can be, he doesn't control the odds. He doesn't control the odds. He can put his effort in his company where he works in. If the promotion is not coming, it can be frustrating. He might want to get another one, but he doesn't control the odds based on where the partner is working. There are things I always repeat every time we have a conversation. When it comes to relationship, I will say, everything is the foundation. What are the basis of our union? The two shall become one. The fact that my wife earns more than me doesn't make me less of a man. It still depends on how your relationship is built. So, my wife earns more than me. Before she earned more than me, was I able to do everything for the family? If yes, I continue to do everything for the family. If my wife thinks that things have to change, she has to run it by me. I want to speak like this is me talking. I get married to my wife. whatever I'm earning like a salary is able to permit that the family has a comfortable lifestyle. Her income when we got married permit that we're able to do whatever we have to do. I wish her well. I support her. She earns a salary, a promotion, that's good work. When I begin to hold her from her dreams, I'm becoming complex. Except she begins to earn and she begins to become disrespectful. Even at that, I don't stop wishing her
Does
well.
the man even have a right to tell the wife, hey, don't work? I don't want you to accept that job.
No.
Because it's like the dynamics have made it look
No,
like
the point is,
if you say no, the woman should just...
No, she has a job already.
No, he's saying that she has been offered a job and they're planning to give her a car. He's saying that he wants to
Yeah,
stop
but I don't
taking
think
the job.
I don't think the man has any right to want to tell the woman not to take a job. That is clearly somebody who doesn't like success. Because if you are in a relationship or in marriage with somebody and the person gets a very good job that comes with a car, that is convenience. It's already making life easier for both of you. So for you to even have that thought in your mind that, I mean, should I let her take the job? It's already clear complex, which is not even healthy for marriage. You cannot even do that. Rather, as a man, you need to know if it's been, because of course, like you always stay contextual, here where we are, it's not a woman's place to probably just take care of the family like that. But they can always contribute to the well-being of the family, and good women, when they earn more, it becomes easier even for the man. So it's better to be happy for somebody, forget about marriage and say you have somebody who is succeeding. Should you be happy for that person or should you be sad? Because telling the person not to take the job means you are instead being sad that the person is succeeding.
Yeah, you want them to.
Which doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. I feel like this man, like we are all agreeing, is a man that's full of complex, and he feels that for some reason, once the woman begins to earn more than him, it invalidates him as a man or his place as the head of the home. And that also brings to question what kind of relationship or marriage you have.
Yeah.
We start asking questions, what is the language? What is the language that both of you speak? What kind of woman too do you have at home? Because if you have, this is not saying that the man, anything that the man is doing is good, but if you have a good wife, except you're a really terrible man, if you have a really good wife that supports you and you both have a healthy relationship and a healthy marriage with excellent communication about where you're going to or where you see yourself, both of you going to, your wife having to touch more money is wonderful news. You'll be on top of the world.
Yeah.
Because you know that if you are the give a woman motor, say make the driver, you know say that motor to na motor no. You enter the motor and driver go say I go. Money enter, you know say una two na go share the money.
Exactly my thought, Feti. But again, I think the story is incomplete.
It's incomplete. Maybe we don't know the woman.
Exactly. Not only that, there's even the part to know, because if the man accepted that the woman should go, because normally when your woman is applying for jobs, okay, it means that you're aware.
Maybe he's not aware.
That's why I said the story is incomplete. Now we are in the assumption.
Yeah, but let's consider that the woman even applied for a job without you being aware.
For
because that's another thing.
No,
I can apply for a job in secret, and then the job comes and I tell you.
I like us to be very.
Yeah.
No, I like us to be very realistic to marriage.
Okay.
You see, that's why I said the incompleteness of the story can change the odds. In my first statement when I said is that the man is complex, I mean that irrespective of whatever can happen, the man is complex. But now let's put it in terms of respect and the odds. When we build, we all agree that relationship is the foundation. So if I have a wife or my fiance or my girlfriend, we are dating and then we choose that we are going to build a future together, we talk about our future. I'll put, for instance, monogamy or polygamy is not decided at the courthouse. It's decided when you guys are in courtship.
True.
No, it's true. It's not in front of the mayor that you tell the mayor that I choose polygamy and then the wife say, no, I want monogamy. You guys have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
Unless
whether you're going to be a housewife or a career woman, you talk about it in courtship. Whether you're going to have a nanny or going to have family or not family,
talk about it in courtship.
Because the moment we get married and we establish, there are couples who say, you know what, mama, no family member when we get married. neither from your side or my side. So what I mean is there's a lot of things that are supposed to be accorded. Now, if your husband is not in accordance with you having a job and you accept, is one thing. Now he cannot be in accordance with you not having a job and you are in rebel. You're mad about it. I mean that it ended in un queue de poisson. Clearly, if you come back tomorrow and tell him that you have a job,
he'll kick against it.
It's obvious because your conversation didn't have a fruitful ending.
No, but this conversation actually has a very clear
Because
tone. It shows clearly that the man is not against the woman having a job.
That's why I asked the question.
It's against her earning more.
That's why I asked the question.
Yes, no, you see that now complete.
Now, if the man says get a job, and that he's peace now with the fact that
the woman
job now is fruitful than his.
Yes.
He
then
says
that's
that the job is better. He
better
comes
than
from
his
an
own.
official car. He does not have a car. I want to tell her not to accept
So it's
the
not
job.
about
So
the
she can
woman
walk, but
going
she has to
behind.
have a
Then
lesser.
the man is a complex man. I say
Exactly, because the
this.
story is
Why?
clearly, I mean, it's clearly gone to the
No,
end.
he's a complex man, and I say this because when I run my house, because for sure when you're the head of the house, you try to run your house in the best way you can. I have a salary of 150,000. 100,000 or 50,000 or 100,000 is the cost of running my monthly account, my house. Everybody's fine. Everybody's fine. My kids can go to school. I can pay my rent. Everybody can be having a good life. My wife has a job that earns her 1 million. Me as a man that I am, a Bantu man,
Yeah.
I don't give a I'm gonna be
You
happy.
don't care about her money.
I'm gonna be happy
So
for you.
her money.
No, this is what I'm
your
gonna
money,
do. No,
our
that is-
money.
no. This is where the lady steps up. If it is two of us becoming one,
That's true. You need to have a good woman.
I have no. This is where she steps up because it is going to be her choice.
That's it. You need to have a good woman that will know that
Exactly.
she has to bring her money
I'm
for
happy
you.
for you. You understand? But I'm not going to bring up the topic of what changes.
But does it even make any sense that your husband is
That's
earning
why I said
150, you're earning 1 million, and
No, that's why I said
These
the
women.
man on an established fact. No, it's opportunity. Let me tell you. You see,
because when I marry Nana for waiting, no, not the same. So the top yesterday, the two shall become one.
And not even we. He said that. He said the two shall become one.
you see this thing about
No, Bible talk and say the two shall become
No, but he reiterated.
you know the thing about man
shall
picking
become
money.
one.
No, you know the thing about man picking money now, money, my money, now my money. Now woman bring another baby back bring am.
Now the tossing that no
So
fine
okay,
and bad
woman the
thing.
money na who their money.
I talk say no be me bring am.
No, I want know. Woman the money.
Woman they don't always make a baby. They don't
No,
say
the
no.
toxin na woman they toxin.
Now woman they talk am.
But now for you, woman.
No, I never want to know because say me I talk am. I want them to say no.
Wait till you talk.
I said the two shall become one. When I made the statement, the two shall become one. It clearly means that we become a partner.
Yes.
Now you have your accomplishment based on the effort you've put in your job. Let me say, no be like say, let me invest, you go up.
Yeah.
Now I'll be happy for you because you're my partner, so I wish you well.
Yeah.
But trust you me, I'm not gonna ask you say, as this soup don't reach so high.
But escape felt normal. Honestly,
You don't gotta be that side.
I feel say
Yeah.
that's why I said I will say it again. As somebody that is married, I'll get married soon too. Like Jude was saying, get married next year.
Yeah, you don't join Jude, they will find out. We don't get her, we find a person. Okay.
Me and you will likely just join marriage.
I
Okay.
honestly feel that except people come and change in marriage, because that's what happens too. Because
Yeah.
I've heard crazy stories. You marry a woman or a man, you think that they are an angel, and then they get into marriage and they just turn into the demon. Or please don't marry the weapon formed against you, because logically speaking, the entire soap opera, one of the main reasons for marriage is partnership. Clearly.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense that you would be earning as a woman, you're earning more, and then you want your husband to still struggle. Any good woman will tell you, okay, that the money is and I true say, yeah, for some people, they don't go as far as carrying all the money and giving their husband that, okay, you're the head of
Make
the
the
home,
woman- make the
share
man
the
share,
money.
yeah.
However, for some people, at least you tell your husband that, okay, baby, since I'm earning more, let us sit and have a conversation about how to run our home. I can the man is the head, and normally I believe, now when I go tell me if I be wrong, I believe
I
say
go tell
a man takes pride in being able to take care of his home, for no saying I really handle the most of the bills. But let's say in a situation where God has blessed you now, and blessed your wife, because blessing your wife is blessing you. Let's say in a situation where both of you agree that that is how it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
I feel so with that 1 million where the woman get her. Now for one two she don't have the conversation about how you are going to spend that money. How you're going to ensure that that money makes your life and experiences better. Not that the woman will have 1 million and then she will remove maybe 200,000 and say, does it take? I had to die at 150, make 350. Let me keep my 800,000. You're keeping the 800,000 how? It's almost like saying that you're marrying your husband, you're having a plan B, which many women do. I came across this really crazy story of a woman who was married but had purchased land, built houses, bought cars, set up businesses, and her husband had no idea. It's that one that say you marrying and waiting. The master find out, and he was heartbroken. He was torn apart. Why would people do that?
Wait, let me interject in there. So let me give you a worse version of the story that I read online.
Before you react.
The guys were actually living in a house that was owned by the lady.
And they were paying rent.
And the
to
caretaker
lady.
who was coming kept pressuring the man about unpaid rent that the man paid, and later increase in rent. And every time the man came back to tell the wife that no, this is too heavy, let's look for a smaller place, the lady kept telling the man that no, honey, you're capable, manage and everything. All the house was in her name.
That's the weapon formed against you.
And then the guy now was going to look for some documents in his room, certificates because of something, and then stumbled on the document that showed that the house belonged to her. You get the picture?
But that one is clearly.
No, it's just to go
clearly, being in love or probably marrying somebody who is directly against you. But in perspective, where we are, right, we need to be able to understand that there are different dimensions in taking care of relationships. Marrying, for instance, a cleaner, right, today is different from marrying a CEO. And you need to learn as a man to fit into each of those perspectives when it comes in play. For instance, I could get married to a lady today, and the lady doesn't have a very massive job. But it doesn't mean the life of that girl is going to end there. Now, as men, sometimes when your woman grows up and up, your ego starts pushing you to feel like she's going to maybe overthrow or overshadow you. But I don't think that is the case. If you marry a girl today who is probably a cleaner, and then tomorrow she grows up to become a CEO without even necessarily getting a job, but makes a lot more money that she can buy herself, her family, and every other person cars, that is not supposed to be a problem to you as the man. You're supposed to instead encourage and support her. One thing I know for sure in marriage is that when you have a good woman, when your woman makes more money, the first thing a woman does with money is take care of her children. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that is one of the first things that a woman will do. Take care of the children and herself. And then the man, since you are the man, you definitely are still going to chip in to make sure that the family and the home moves well. But I don't think...
Today's I feel that as we are talking about this, we also have to mention the fact that a lot of women nowadays, based on some of the experiences or crazy stories that they heard about or that they saw their mothers go through in marriage, has turned them into really bitter women in their homes, which is not right. Your mother's story is not your story. If you want to copy an example, copy a good man. You would hear women say, oh, my mother suffered so much in the hands of my father, I'm not going to allow this and this. A lot of women are going on with plan Bs. We are not saying that it shouldn't work. In fact, the first plan or the plan B that you have is first of all having a job. Obviously, you're supposed to have a job and get your life together. Because a man will respect you when you can take care of yourself. However, you cannot go into a relationship or a marriage and every time, except the man has given you reason. Yes, reason beyond, in fact, any form of doubt that you can have that he is not worth it. Then you start considering a life away from that man. Maybe you have a good man that is doing his utmost best by you, and you are constantly coming up with crazy ideas about making sure that you have some money stacked up or kept somewhere, such that maybe someday when the marriage is not really working for you, you just get up and leave. It's bad. Be in your marriage with all of you, with all of your heart, except in the marriage no the worker.
Yeah.
A lot of girls these days say, "Oh, master, if you make that nonsense, me I don't come out." You would hear women say those things as if it is right, and that's the education that we'll be passing on to the next generation of women that we are raising. Yes, get your life together, but that doesn't mean you will not commit to your marriage or do what you're supposed to do to make your marriage work because. I just personally feel that it's crazy.
Betty,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something, okay? I want us to stick to this guy's confession.
Yes.
When I also reiterate that the man is a complex man. Why do I say this? Whether the woman is a good woman or a bad woman, we don't want to know. Okay? What I'm saying is, my wife's success is not supposed to be an intimidation to my person. Whether she's a good woman or she's a bad woman, I have to be able to stand my ground until I sense disrespect. Then I still have the options. If I feel that my wife no longer respects me based on her newfound position, I have the decisions to take as a man, whatever decision it might be. But at that point in time, it's not the thought, because you are a man. That's why I say he's a complex man is that your wife's newfound wealth, she has not even, they have just announced that she's going to have a car, she's going to have this, and then all of a sudden you're panicking. No. If she didn't have it and you were able to run the house, keep doing your job. Because we cannot judge a woman for a crime she has not yet committed. Because what we're trying to do in our analysis is that
we are also raising because we are not just focusing on this story.
Not
we are
just on
trying
the
to
confession.
talk
that's what I'm
about
saying now.
People do in their homes.
No, true, I get you. But I'm saying in the context, because irrespective of whatever happens, whether your wife is the most disrespectful or your wife, a man, what makes him a man is the personality and the ability to put himself together and be straightforward.
But
in the same line, right?
Yes,
what
sir.
about women who also feel threatened? Because there are some women who are super ambitious that they are in homes with their husbands, and because the husband earns all the money or earns more money, buys almost everything, the women start feeling threatened. Because this is a two-way. Since we are talking about management of finances in homes, because one way for women it looks okay, since we have already established that the man is supposed to take care of the home. But what about women who also get jealous of their men because they earn all the money and they buy all the things?
Honestly,
yeah,
the cases that exist based on that are very rare. You have women that grew up because you have a man who is making the millions, like you rightly said. He's taking care of his family, everything, but the woman is idle. You have women that are just want to be not career woman, but they just want to be busy. They're tired of idleness, being at home and every other thing. But I don't think I will put it that they're envious of the man making it, because naturally the man is supposed to provide for family.
So but let's say those women exist there.
Yes, they do.
I'm trying to pick. No. It's what I mean is I'm trying to see a woman who is angry at the fact that the man is earning.
This is more than her. The same way the man might think the woman is earning more.
Women's tendency is that the man can be making more money and spending on them, but she wants to make her money for herself. That's the general tendency for ladies. They want to make their money and be the master of how their money is being spent, which means that they could be making their 500,000 and the man makes even 10 million. But the man takes care of her, but she's able to have her money where she can. Because I'll be very honest with you, women don't like. No, I beg. Let me not be misquoted. Some women don't like to be accountable on their finances.
Yeah.
But I think as a woman, you have stop talking for us women.
Talk now, my mama.
Yes. As a woman, that thing that you have said has some element of truth in it. I think that, but it's the premise of how a woman was groomed, and what the Bible, because I always base my own beliefs because I'm a Christian, or what the Bible has said the role of a man is and the role of a woman is. The Bible says the man is the head of the family, he's the protector, he's the provider, and the Bible says the woman is a helpmate. Protector, provider, papa, do your work. Me, the helpmate, I'm coming to assist you small when challenge is there. So that's when the concept of your money, our money, my money. You see what?
Let me even go as far. You agree with me that's the
what
truth. You agree with me is the truth. Worst case scenario is when figures are being put. When a woman knows that the guy earns 1 million, and then by, let's say, beginning of the month, by mid-month, and then the guy says, I'm broke. You actually know that you had an account at your house. That woman knows the mathematics of your money, and she asks, how come? What happened? In fact, you had 1 million, and what did you spend it on? Put it the other way around. Then you know that the woman has 500,000. And then
it's because sometimes let's not be saying that women have eye on their money. It's because sometimes we are spending on things that you don't know that we are spending on. We are stepping into filling blanks that you don't know about. For instance, probably the light bill and water bill comes, and you don't know, Jude, you are the husband. You are busy paying the fees of the children and other things. I go and buy groceries. You don't come and be asking me that, oh, did you buy for 10,550 or you bought it for 10,000? Why? It's not proper. Brother Jude, I'll go to the market, I'll be spending for things like that. So
they don't drop quote.
We keep saying these things, right? I always like to go outside because I made this point and you were all trying to, just go away from it. Yeah, it's true that most of the times I talk now about things that I don't hear. But there is this constant fight for power in some homes where you see a woman even wanting to becoming a career woman to the extent that they want to get more every day. And even neglecting their homes because they want to earn more money and dominate. There are women who have dominating spirit by nature. And you know that with more money, you have more control. Of course, I've had conversations with couples who would outright, even a man who outrightly say how tired they are because of the fact that the woman has concentrated a lot on career and wanting to make more money, so much so that she neglects the home. And the reason is not clearly because she wants to support, because what the man has and what she has can take care of the home. But then she wants more because she wants to dominate, knowing fully whether it's about money. She wants to buy the kind of car she wants. She wants to live the kind of life she lives. And then with that, she starts going out randomly, buying stuff for herself that even the man will advise, Mama, for this time, this is not what we need. So I'm trying to say that's another aspect of financial mismanagement and control that which is very relevant.
And I think that I even cited that I say a lot of women are being raised this day to think like that, or have decided to think like that based on what they have heard from other people's stories or what they feel that their mothers, feel that their mothers experience, which is totally wrong. Very, very wrong. As we are saying that this man is a complex man. I feel that it is true, a woman should have her money and all of that, but under no circumstance should you behave the way you're citing that a woman should behave. I feel that at the end, I may not as somebody that's from the outside, but I always use the term healthy. I believe that two people who really love and care for each other and who see that the two of them can see that they can come together and build something will always find a way to make it work and find a dynamic where nobody feels like they are being oppressed, because most times the problem is there is somebody that is feeling like they are being oppressed or their voice is not heard. But if there is a balance of power, you know your place. Your place doesn't mean, because there's another thing to that brings that we talk about. Most times men will be using, as a woman submit, and they don't understand that a woman will naturally submit under a man that loves her and that treats her like, baby, your voice is heard. We are doing this together. For some men, submission means go behind. Anything I say is gospel truth. It is true that there will come times when your man will take that decision. Will be like, baby, you have to trust my judgment as the man of the family. But if it is recurrent in a way that you're constantly making your wife feel like you don't have anything to say, you don't have a say in this, the day that that woman has the slightest opportunity to show you that she too has power is the end for you. That's why you hear a woman has struggled in a home where she was maltreated constantly, and the day money enters her hand, he got a picking they travel go Canada. We don't hear that story, don't read that no. You want turn and look at it, say no, the man picking me do something, na bad thing, no.
Yeah.
But sometimes you start asking like, how much did she tolerate? What level? Because money they so it is spoiling level marriage for that kind of wounded level. It is spoiling all kind way. I don't know. For instance, take for something like a gadget. As a woman, for me, for instance, I will be very uncomfortable if my husband does not have a gadget that is up to mine. Though men, there are men that fancy their women. Obviously, they want me that woman they give phone, they find past their own. But I'm not going to be comfortable if my master is phone or tin away concern my master. They write down they will get so much money. If my master no one, for instance, as a woman, like you talk, say you need to put eye for your woman money. If you know want to say me give money, me as a woman I will still find way to make sure say me you chop that money. I will spoil you rotten.
Oh.
I will take care of you with the money. You know, go get because what I do with the money if I know to show you the master love. Anybody don't talk as man whenever I'm married. I hope so and so I go do and become money ever.
Like I was, what I'm saying again, you're giving an exceptional description of it's an exceptional description of you.
No, I'm saying that.
No. When I say of you is because you're sharing your ideologies.
No, of course.
So
of course.
when you share your ideology, it means that if put in real scenario, that's what you're gonna do.
Facts.
Because if you don't share, you argue. What I'm saying is, I'm trying to really not know much about the woman, but I'm trying to say, as a man, there's a limitation to what I can take. If my wife has a car and denies me to enter the car, I live life. So that's what I want to say is that at the end of the day,
yeah, let's just pretty round up on the topic already.
at the end of the day, a man should always remember he's a man. A man should not be complex based on the financial capacity he has, because things change. The woman had a promotion, she could lose it. He's down, he could gain it.
Yeah.
If a man feels that he's supposed to be financially capable to have authority over this woman, then he's a complex man. Because the moment you remove every advantage that's around him, he feels like he lost an arm or a leg.
That's when abuse also sets in.
So exactly, because he's trying to prove a point.
Yeah.
What I want to make every man to say, if you wish your wife well, then you cannot limit how much well you wish her. If you pray God to bless your wife, God chooses how much he blesses her. And blessing her can be 1,000 folds.
Wonderful. Thank you so
Now,
much.
when it comes back to you, just be a man, be a husband. Let her play the role, and then you can then decide.
What about you, Brother Jude? Your last words as we wrap up.
If I agree as a sapiosexual that I am, that I love people who are intelligent and who would put in so much to become better, and I also agree that I will support a lady to become the better version of herself, then I should not at the same time want to limit how much they're going to have. So at the end of the day, if I support you and you get all, I feel happy. You get all and you decide to go away with it, it's all up to you. The support I give is not because I need something in return.
Aww.
And it goes as far as getting even a job for my lady so she can earn more. That has nothing to do with me. What I have is mine.
Ladies,
what you have is yours. But together, we can always do better. And I believe that if you do it genuinely, it's either God blesses you through her or through some other means. So that is truth to me.
We love it. We love the truth emanating from this wonderful gentlemen on Truth Hurts podcast. As we conclusively speaking, men, please don't be intimidated by your woman's wealth. And we believe that men, like you said, that understand their jobs as husbands, as men, will do the right thing. Ladies, please don't use your money, the money that you have more than your husband, to try to inflict some unnecessary emotional trauma or pain on him. It's not necessary. Marriage is supposed to be a partnership. It's supposed to be a wonderful experience for you both, through the ups and through the downs. Let it remain healthy. From us to you, it is bye. Remember, truth hurts, but must be spoken.
Like Motoka. What I like, I will not.